Well, just a quick update. Installed the AEM wideband, which is obviously running rich, based off the CRX's old tune. Wouldn't start right away, so I'm gonna have to figure out. Hopefully, it's just too much fuel. Other than that, this is gonna be the first test drive with it. Let's see how it does. Definitely. Goes. Just out cruising around. Definitely lean. Definitely needs some fuel. But otherwise, transmission feels good. Went through all the gears. I'm pretty excited about this. Alright, well, after my battle yesterday with fighting the timing belt and the timing and the distributor, my buddy Grant had a spare distributor, threw it in, car started right up. Didn't hesitate at all. I had a broken hose clamp, so I ended up replacing that on the lower hose. Right now I'm waiting for it to warm up so I can kind of time this thing out, make sure it's good to go, then it can get a nice street tune on it. I can start driving this thing. I picked up the power steering parts I needed. I got the fluid. The only thing I'm missing is one O-ring. Belt comes tomorrow. This thing is going to be mint. I'm hoping that this thing has all its power back because, man, it was slower than the single cam. ECT's at 166 right now, so it's got to get up to about 195 for the fan to kick on. So I'm just letting it sit here idle. It's not the best with the stock exhaust and stock header, but I'm going to order a PLMTA header, same thing I have on the CRX, and I have a full exhaust to put on this thing as well, along with a 2.5-inch cat, just to keep this thing nice and quiet, but still have some sound to it. I'm still a little on the fence about putting a really big exhaust tip on this thing, so maybe I don't know, we'll see. First I got to put it on. Maybe I'll love it, who knows. But as of right now, I'm just waiting for this thing to warm up. Don't mind the check engine light. That's my VTec solenoid that I did not wire up yet. It keeps me out of trouble, so I can bring this motor in. You can see that's the wire right there. That's the one I'm going to use for VTec. So right now, I'm just letting her do its thing. Still pulling up a little bit because of that leak. Second gear. Actual first drive in this day. This is so much fun. Can't wait to get the tune on point, but it's doing pretty good for what it is right now. Chico's throwing things. What's going on, guys? I'm over at Chico's shop right now. We're installing the new Revel Medallion exhaust. We're bolting on right now and get it all lined up. Hey, but it's looking pretty good. Car's running great. I'll do another video with once I'm out of the shop here.
Son of a...
This exhaust is beautiful. Y'all ready for this? I think you're ready for this. What? This thing is insane. We're still working on lining it up. It's also, this isn't the final version because I have a header coming for this thing. And that test pipe, I have a 2.5, so it all bolts up properly. But shifter clearance for days. It really doesn't sit that low either. Well, the car's not low either, so that won't be a big deal anyway. But yeah, I have a Toyota header coming for this from PLM, and then I have their cat, and I also have a test pipe that's 2.5 inch that'll bolt up directly. But this thing is beautiful. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. We're also putting rear discs on this car. This has been leaking for a while, and I can definitely feel it now. So, a couple more upgrades coming as well. All right, here's the first startup. No cat resonated test pipe with a stock header. Just bolting up the rear disc brakes. Don't mind the extended studs and hubs. I'm going to change these out. These were supposed to go on the CRX. These arms were supposed to go on the CRX. They were already modified for the honed roll correction kit. I ended up taking it off of this because it worked out better just to swap these onto this car. That hole was not a big deal, and I already had enough for the other side because we're supposed to grind that off. I got these from my buddy Dylan up in North Carolina back when I went to the Dragon, picked them up and brought them home. So game plan is to get the rest of this put on, and then we're going to do an alignment on the car, and that's going to finish it up for the night with this. Yeah, contemplating putting a rear sway bar on here like I put on the Black Civic, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. It's a daily. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy with it. This is using the Scarebird brackets that you can purchase. So this is a factory drum arm, as you can tell. It doesn't have the hole for the rotor to screw on. The bushings are hard race. Everything else I've replaced. These are just some Amazon brand, but they're holding up. They're not broken. Same for the camber arms, some AJP or whatever it was. Holding up, so I can't complain too much. My max feeding rods are super rusty, which that was part of the reason why I took the roll correction off, because I didn't want to have to adjust these. The suspension where it sits is fine. I don't need to mess with it. When these blow out, I'll get some better quality coilovers, but they're $200 bucks, so Roman didn't care. I got brand new cables putting on, getting ready to just tighten everything up real quick, and then I'm going to slap the rotors on, get the wheels on. Go. I love this car. Such a good daily. Well, it's been a couple hours. We got everything on the car. Got the car on the alignment rack right now. Ready to check it all. I know the rear toe changed just slightly, but I changed the rack on the front, so that definitely needs to be adjusted. Just doing the work. Turns out I had rotors. It turned out that I didn't have rear rotors, so I had to go get rear rotors. Thankfully, AutoZone right next to us had them, and they were still open. So, I do have extended studs on it right now. I'm not going to be running these. I'm going to either put these on the back or the CRX. I have another set for the front as well. I don't have patience right now to swap hubs off of one of those cars. Other than that, that exhaust looks so good. Alright, so yesterday I worked on the car a bunch. I got the rear discs swapped over, did full brake job, front and rear. I got the exhaust put on. So today the game plan is going to be to put the power steering on the car finally. I want to change my steering wheel out. I've got some weird thing going on with the ECU, so I grabbed this ECU from the CRX I'm going to throw in and see if that solves the problem or not. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some more digging. And I have a skunk tooth throttle body and intake pipe to replace the factory stuff on the car to help breathe it a little bit better. And that should be it for this car. I have a lip to install too, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. And then the next project's coming over here later tonight or tomorrow, depending on timing. So I'm getting ready to get working on this. Okay, been working on this pipe a little bit, trimmed on both sides. This is temporary. I need another 3-inch to 3-inch coupler. I got a 4 to 3 because I thought this was a bigger outlet, but it wasn't. Stock, new 3-inch pipe. Skunk tooth throttle body's installed. Also, I found that the gasket was broken. That was on it right there, so that might have been causing some high idle issues. I gotta go find the grommet that I have to put the intake temp sensor in, put some band clamps on it, and then start working on the power steering. Alright, it's all hooked up, power steering's rocking, everything's nice and quiet. New O-rings here and there, both of these sparks here, 2 new O-rings. Sprayed everything down to make sure nothing else is leaking. The steering was leaking before. So, throttle body's on, hooked up, been idling. Running good. Now I have to, I'm going to plug the computer from the CRX in, upload the tune onto that. Weather is weathering today, go figure. But I've got AC in this thing now, so I can do that. One problem is I'm waiting on some tools and some parts for the axle boots. I need to reband them, so I might wait for those to show up and probably go test drive this thing after that, so it's not super hot and I can just get it done real fast. Up next, I'm going to mess with my steering wheel, put my new steering wheel in. Now that I know that I've got power steering again, I don't have to worry about getting all tore up. I'll work on that right now. I'll do. Your boy got power steering again. Look at that. You can do that with a finger. Yeah, baby. Actually, stuff feels pretty tight, which is good, because I think it's probably the sticky tires. Alright, well, I got the S2000 steering wheel in here. Modified the EK cruise control switch to work. The airbag did not swap over, and I can't seem to find the article about swapping the wires for the single from the dual. But the horn works. I don't know if the cruise is going to work because the SRS light's on. Hopefully it does because the cable reel is still good. But other than that, much better than the old stock one, for sure. So my axle boot clamps came in, so I'm going to do those real quick. I need to change out the computer. with the CRX one. Let's see if this clears or fixes the issue that the car's. Well, the car doesn't have the issue. It's when I log, it loses the data, but the car doesn't act up or anything like that. So I don't know. It's something weird I haven't experienced yet. So I'm gonna dig into it and see what I can find out. I'm underneath the car. I went ahead and just rebooted or redid the bands on the boots because I had zip ties on it before because I never bought the tool or the proper bands to do it. These are super heavy duty. I like these a lot better than those other straps they give you that you have to wrap around 1,000 times and then lock down. These are like OEM. Back when I worked at Nissan, it was 3 teeth that bite down and it crimps down, and it's nice tape. So there's some grease on the edge, so the boot kind of spins a little bit still, but that'll hopefully dry up eventually. But yeah, at least I'm not throwing axle grease anywhere anymore. So that's done. All I gotta do now is swap the ECU around, and I'm gonna try and take this thing for a drive, but I think it's gonna pour, so we'll see. All right, here we go. Put the lip on that I've had for a while. It's just some Amazon rep, but it goes with the whole LX DX trim, the black trim and everything. I'm thinking about, well, I was going to do the rear, but the way the muffler sits, I don't think I'm doing the rear anymore. But I do have a grill. I'm going to be changing out eventually, so I have to have it painted first. There she is. And the only thing I haven't done is the computer, and Florida wants to Florida, so I might mess with that tomorrow. It's getting kind of late here. Kids are going to bed, so. So it's been a eventful weekend with the car, so I'm glad to have everything done. I gotta put the few interior pieces back together and reattach some stuff, but other than that, the car's pretty much done. Other than the header, I don't really have any other plans but to just drive the wheels off this thing. I might change. The brakes feel really good, so I might not, but I was thinking about taking the CRX brakes, since I have the spoons for that, and swap the spindles I have off another car. That way I can run the bigger Type R brakes. So we'll see. I really don't think the car needs it at this point, because I'll have to upgrade the master cylinder, and I have to look that up, and that might be a whole ordeal as well. So but for now, I'm happy with how the car is. I gotta finish the tune-up once I get the header on. We're gonna do a small street tune on it again, just since I changed the exhaust and the intake pipe on it. That's gonna wrap this up for a little bit here. Until next time.